What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and once again I am joined by the one, the only, the sensual, the slippery
Gershwin.
And today we're back to answer more questions from you guys, the community, in another spine-tingling yet satisfying installment of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. The holiday seasons are right around the corner. Once September and August are out of the way.
And that's around the corner, I guess.
Huh?
That's around the corner, right?
September, right?
Yeah. A month.
Are we in August?
Yeah.
Damn.
We still got like a week left.
This is going by quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a piggy, no, what is it called? Figgy pudding. Halloween. And baby Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
The best time of the year.
And that brings us to a very thematic, very seasonal question by Tim Orange. Can or is the Emperor secretly working for Chaos? He used the ruinous powers to create Primarchs and take over the galaxy with the Great Crusade. On the other hand, the same crusade, plus the following Horus heresy, made the Chaos gods stronger. Was this all part of the Emperor and the Chaos Pact?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, you are 100% correct, Tim Orange. The way you've perfectly laid out the plots for the heresy and the plots of creating these Primarchs and retaking the galaxy did indeed strengthen Chaos. And the Emperor did talk to Chaos. So yeah, maybe they're all one and the same. Just one's more in the Immaterium and the other's more, chaos orientated or real space orientated.
Yep.
Yeah, because when you look at things, like when you stand back and look at the Emperor, he has done a lot more bad than good. His treatment of the Primarchs has been very, misleading. Why is it that sometimes he shows up and has a whole feast and drinks with Leman Russ, but then takes Angron away from the time where he is needed the most to fight alongside his brothers? He could have just fought against the gladiatorial masters and helped him instead of creating him into this raging machine.
Yep.
But again, maybe that was his intention. Bring Russ to the quote-unquote material side while using Angron as a pawn for the Immaterium, thus chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either which way you look at it, the Emperor seemed, or at least was portraying himself to be the good guy, the hope for humanity, but at the same time, he could be double-crossing and playing both sides, strengthening Chaos, but also strengthening himself, so that when he achieves apotheosis, he becomes the strongest Chaos God, pulling the rug under the 4 Chaos Gods and being like, hey, I helped you all this time, but now it's my turn to be on top.
Yeah. And maybe the whole role is for him to become a god.
Right.
And that is what the whole conversation was and the talk was. Because if the Emperor would have lost, Chaos would have died. I think Chaos knew that during the Horus Heresy. They understood that at the end of the day we do have to let the Emperor win.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew that, so it's just a matter of kind of plots behind let's see who can double cross who,
right,
and who can scheme faster and longer than the other person. But
right. I'm actually working on a video right now on the end of 40K, and it touches base on a bunch of theories and what-if scenarios, and the Emperor becoming a god is a big part of that. And I think I'll add your whole double-crossing and using Chaos to his own means as part of it, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Alan Ho, do Necrons have souls and are they sentient? Because the Catan ate their souls, but they also put their souls into robots. So the top of the tier, they are still sentient. Mm-hmm. So it'd be your Necron Lords, your Cryptex, and whatever. What is it called? I think it's called the Royal Court.
Royal Court, yep.
Of these dynasties are, yes, they have sentience. They don't really have their souls.
Right.
Their souls were already consumed.
Their personalities are intact, though.
Yeah. But that's still I guess it's different in that once a Necron dies, he's dead for good, forever. Whereas any other race in the galaxy, if they die, there is an afterlife, or they believe in an afterlife. And it seems like it's the Imperium, so obviously it's there.
Right.
This next question comes from J-Day. If the deal with Cypher was upheld and he was allowed an audience with the Emperor, what do you think his intentions actually were?
To give him Chrome Dome.
Probably. Just to make sure that
he's satisfied in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because if you can't move, you got urges, and something's got to give.
Yep, something. I bet you it was to give him like a certain like knowledge of what's actually happening within the warp and all that kind of stuff. Because he knows more than he lets on to. Cypher does.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Very mysterious, that guy.
He could have also just tried to kill him.
Right. He does have a sword of a Primarch on his back.
He could just.
But maybe that death is what makes him come back to life, because he's a perpetual.
Yeah.
So it's like Cypher will give his life to end the Emperor's life. The Custodians will like come in and just rip Cypher apart. But then apotheosis or regeneration, something like that.
Yep.
This next one is by All Might. Who is your 40K crush?
I know that for a lot of people it's Isha. It seems like she's really popular online and stuff.
Yeah. I've seen a lot for Lilith Hesperax. Because she's got
the
abs.
I don't really think I have a crush.
Yeah.
There is the Sister of Battle that is in the 5th edition core rule book, the one that came in, I think, the Battle for McCrag. There's a little hand, or like a smaller book. And in the beginning, there's lore portions for each individual race. The Sisters of Battle have theirs, and there's a chick that's standing there. She looks really like just badass. Like her hips are cocked. She has a gun on her side, and she had obviously no helmet. It looks really, really cool. So maybe that one. White hair.
Yeah, most of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they got like a split, kind of like Cruella.
DeVille.
But I'll go with Shadow Sun, just to spice things up.
You like them noses? The hint of a nose.
Yeah. At first they didn't have noses. Now they got a hint of a nose. I wonder why. Who knows?
Oh. This next question comes from Shovey. Doesn't that little blue strip/drip in the painting behind you bother you? And you are referring to this little thing. No.
Was it intentional?
Yeah. So when he was painting, that is the last little thing he did. And that's just normal when you talk about like the aesthetic of graffiti. For the most part, the drip is intentional. It's like a thing. There's a tagging style where like you get your mop and you just paint, and like it looks really awesome, but as the paint drips down, it covers the entire thing. And you don't know what it said. But that's the whole point.
Right.
The point is, like, I put my name. Who cares if you buff this? Because it's destroyed anyways. So it's like you're taking the destruction of your art into your own hands and destroying it as soon as you did it. So the only people that witnessed it is you and the people around you.
Right. It's like art in the moment.
Yeah.
This one is by Zero Noctis. Would a civil war like what occurred in the Imperium be desirable for Tau? I know it's possible to corrupt Tau despite their small souls, and GW has been pushing a Tau versus Nurgle already. Both of equal quality is best.
The hardest yawn right now. It hurt my jaw.
Yeah, I heard that pop. But no, I don't think the Tau will go through like a civil war, because like we've seen that with the Imperium already. And I feel like the Tau, even though they're kind of advancing technologically like humanity did with like the Dark Age of technology, I don't think they'll fall in the exact same footsteps as humans.
Yeah.
Even though Farsight would kind of be the catalyst or a huge portion of that, like the Enclaves versus the core Tau Seps, but I don't think so. Because if that was the case, you'd see Farsight launching like raids or some type of like fight or something against the ethereals, and he hasn't. He's just kept to his own space. So, but yeah, I don't think that'll happen.
All Might says, what's one thing you wish GW would release that they've never released before?
For me, I think it would have to be like gag gifts. I don't know if you saw this or you noticed, but they're releasing a Nurgling plushie. Which, I mean, the holidays are around the corner, so it's like, oh, look at this more, because they have action figures.
Yeah.
They've got the Gravis Captain as an action figure coming out now. So they got a Nurgling plushie. But it'd be pretty cool to have like a Squiggoth, but like it's got like black eyeliner. It's listening to My Chemical Romance.
Ah, okay, yeah.
It's like literally a Squig Goth.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Honestly, I think it'd be really great if they released like a massive art book. Like throughout the years, GW has so many different artists work on like their codices, the main rule book. You have like Blanchitsu style, and just to see, not just to have like lore or anything, but just pictures of like the art of 40K. That'd be pretty cool.
And I think like Magic the Gathering did it.
Mm-hmm.
Halo, there's like a whole section I think in most bookstores that's just like the art of whatever it may be.
Right.
So yeah, that would be cool. I think the concept of like plushies is a hidden gem, because it would be nice to have like a plushie of a squig that you could just throw around at your friends and stuff, or just have at the house.
Yeah, plushie of a servo skull.
Yeah.
Plushie of a demon kulaba. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I feel like this probably is a thing though. And the more we talk about it, it's like you have to go on Etsy and be able to get like a plushie of a squig or something like that, or even like a Gretchen, maybe just the head of a Gretchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if not, somebody should create it. Go out there, create your own little Etsy store, and let us know, and then we'll give you guys a shout out.
This next one is by Wes the Seams or Wes Themes. I don't know your name, bro. And I'm not sorry, because you are. He says, I'm sorry, Sound Alchemist, but are you trying not to get laid? I haven't seen that shirt since the 40-year-old virgin. And I say that with love.
Oh, it's the green shirt, isn't it?
I've gotten so much hate for that shirt.
My dad made a comment because I think there was a video it was playing, and then my dad was like, I have a shirt like that. Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Like, it makes sense.
I didn't think anything of it. It just seemed like a normal shirt.
Yeah. No, I wore it out once, and I literally got people saying, like, bro, like, what are you doing? It's like a turquoise green, and there's, like, stripes. I mean, you're right. It's very 40-year-old virgin.
It's very dad-like.
Very, very dad-like. Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
The dad store.
The dad store?
Yeah.
JCPenney. Is that even a store anymore? Or is
Vaguely.
JCPenney gone?
No, it's there for like an hour a day.
Sears is gone, right?
Yeah. Well, no, you could find like Sears repair shops here and there.
Oh, okay. That's why you should just wear solid colors all the time.
Yeah, I'm slowly starting to notice that, because I was looking through like my wardrobe, the Lion and the Witch too, and no, I didn't get to Narnia, but I noticed that I'm like, damn, I gotta update my clothes. Some of this stuff is still from like high school.
Yeah,
a lot of graphic tees, and I'm just like,
yeah, graphic tees are also uncomfortable to wear, just because sometimes the graphic itself is like like it's not cloth. It's almost like a sticker.
Yeah.
That's what Obey used to be like. I don't know if they still are. They probably still are, but it was just like a big ass square that you have right here, like a plank.
Yeah. We should just go back to wearing, what was it, South Pole, FUBU jumpsuits.
Yep.
Fat Farm shoes.
Fat Farms. Janko jeans.
There you go.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Kind of cumbersome now. I don't know how people would run.
They didn't.
In Janko jeans.
That's why they got Heelys.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Next question comes from Andrew Quitchley. With the Tau Codex still not released, and it will now be 2022, how would you redesign the markerlight system? Would it be more of 7th, 8th edition, or something completely new?
I think it's time for them to revamp it like completely new. Because at first it was just like you have to have marker light counters, and then they changed it where like 2 marker lights gave you this, and this, 3 marker lights gave you this, and that. But I think maybe changing the type of marker light drone would be better. So instead of, like, let's say you just want BS, then there's like a specific drone you have to buy that only gives you plus BSs to like a certain maximum.
Yeah.
So that way it's not very complicated for new people. And not just that, but I feel like drones were the glue for the Tau Empire. Where, like, yes, they're all about range. You've got, like, Riptides that are, like, almost mandatory. Tau Commander battlesuits that are really good. Or you could sit back with Fire Warriors and Ethereals and, like, a gun line. No matter what type of playstyle you played with the Tau, you needed drones because they soaked up wounds. They added markerlight support. And depending on the type of drone, you could give them guns. Like, they just did a lot of supplementary stuff for the Tau. With that being said, I think they do need some type of revamp. Because they got buffed, they got nerfed, and then they got buffed again, and it was still too good. So, yeah, they just need something else.
Yeah. It sounds to me like it's almost a command role.
It is. It should be like a command thing. Like you give all your drones like a prototype or like a protocol, and they all get this thing until the next phase.
Yeah.
Like +1 BS protocol that happens at the beginning of the command phase, and then you fire your marker light, and then you get certain benefits.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a Tau Codex soon.
I don't think we're getting it this year, because after the Orc one comes Black Templars, and then comes 2 secret ones. One of them's Xenos, one of them's Imperium based.
Oh, Xenos might be Tau.
It looks like it's going to be Tyranids by like the little picture they showed.
I thought it was just like a black image.
No, it was
redacted or something.
It looks like Sinew or something like that.
Oh.
So I'm assuming it's Tyranids. I could be wrong.
I think it was weird that the Orc Codex, the one that's going to be released by itself, has a different cover than the Beastnaga Orc Codex.
I actually like this cover more than the Beastnaga one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's exclusive, right?
Yeah, and it's funny because GW's like, oh, here's the roadmap to all the new codices. We knew about the Orc one and the Black Templars, and the other 2 are secrets? Like, what? What is that?
Yeah. They know how to get to people, or they know how to get people commenting.
That's true.
That's what we need to
No,
start
they take off comments from their videos. Comments are blocked.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Dr. McNugget. What embarrassing secret does the Imperium hold that even they would kill their own Inquisition to remain a secret?
Jacaros or Xenos.
Yeah. My only guess is that they have been using Xeno technology.
Yeah.
And lying that it's human tech.
Yeah. Any Deathwatch super weapon is basically Xenotech.
Yep. That's a very common thing, yeah.
The Emperor's throne is Old One tech.
Yep. So yeah, I think that would be a really good one.
They almost died to robots.
Yeah. Also, the Lectitio Divinatis was written by Lorgar, and he was a traitor. So that's like the Imperial Creed and the Ecclesiarchy is basically built on lies.
Mm-hmm. The other thing is too that the Emperor didn't want you to praise him as a god.
Yep.
There's a lot.
Yep.
The secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula?
It's love, isn't it?
Something.
I think that's what the thing was. No! Whale. Wasn't it whale? Like that was the whole thing?
Was it?
Whale or crab? No, crab, because the Krabby Patty... What's the name of the actual restaurant?
The Krusty Krab?
The Krusty Krab is just a giant crab.
Crab cage, yeah.
Yeah, so I think so. And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah. This has been the Sound Alchemist with
Gersh One.
And we are out.
Oh, if you could put my freedom first in any